What if I told you that there's a completely free AI tool that could give you back 10 plus hours of your week, and hardly anyone even knows it exists? It's been sitting right under our noses this whole time, built by Google, but almost nobody's figured out what it's really capable of. Look, while most people are still drowning in tabs, files, and endless meetings, a few smart ones are quietly using this tool to automate all of it, and literally win back entire workdays every single week. Hey everyone, it's Jake Dawson here, and today I am pulling back the curtain on Google's secret AI tool, NotebookLM. If you've ever felt buried under a mountain of notes, customer feedback, or research docs that you swear you'll organize someday, this is going to blow your mind. And hey, if you want help setting up automations like this, or you just want to steal my ready-made templates, come hang out in my school community. That is where we go way deeper and help people one-on-one every week. You can find the link for that in the description below. All right, let's talk about what actually makes NotebookLM different from every other AI tool out there. Because if you've ever used ChatGPT or Claude, this thing's about to completely flip how you think about AI. Here's the deal. ChatGPT and Claude pull info from the entire internet. And that's cool and all until you realize that means they also make stuff up. You know that moment when you ask a question and the answer sounds super confident, but it's totally wrong? Yeah, that's called a hallucination. That is an AI's version of lying to your face with a smile. NotebookLM doesn't do that. It only works with what you give it. Your files, your notes, your data. So no guessing, no random internet garbage. Think about how insane that is for your business. You can upload your sales calls, customer feedback, competitor websites, product documents, whatever, and it becomes your own private AI assistant that actually knows your business inside and out. It's not going to confuse your pricing with someone else's. It's not going to invent fake testimonials from John in Idaho. It's grounded in reality. And here's the cherry on top. It's totally private. You can safely upload client info, meeting notes, or anything sensitive because Google is super clear about this. Your stuff doesn't train their AI. It stays 100% private unless you decide to share it. So, no leaks, no creepy AI recycling your data somewhere in the matrix, just your own personal AI brain that actually tells the truth. All right, here's where it gets spicy. Last October, Google dropped a monster update that basically turned NotebookLM into a beast. It can now read up to 1 million tokens at once. That's around 750,000 words. Yeah, that's like reading War and Peace in a single sitting without blinking. And get this, it now remembers way more of your previous questions, so you can actually have a real ongoing conversation that builds context over time, instead of starting from scratch every time you open it. Oh, and the responses? They're about 50% more accurate when you're working with big collections of info. Basically, it's got a serious IQ boost. But Google did not stop there. They added a new feature called custom goals, and it's honestly game-changing. You can literally tell it to act like your marketing strategist, your business coach, or even your research assistant. All right, now let's get into the fun stuff. The 5 core features that'll actually change how you run your business every day. First up, uploading stuff. NotebookLM takes almost anything: PDFs, Google Docs, slides, sheets, YouTube videos, audio files, website URLs, even images. If you can read it or watch it, you can probably upload it. And here's the breakdown. For the free version, up to 50 sources per notebook with 500,000 words per source. Plus plan is $20 a month for 300 sources per notebook. That's a lot of brain power. Now, here's a real world example. Let's say you upload your last 10 sales calls, your competitor's website, and your own product docs. Then you ask NotebookLM, what objections are my customers mentioning that my competitors address better? Boom, you get an instant breakdown. Insights that would have taken you weeks to collect, done in seconds. That's the power of this thing. Now, let's talk about the feature that has gone totally viral, audio overviews. And here's how it works. You upload your docs, hit generate audio overview, and a few minutes later, NotebookLM turns it into a podcast-style conversation between 2 AI hosts. One is male, one is female, and they sound freakishly human. Like they should have their own show on NPR. It's honestly kind of spooky, but in the coolest way possible. You can take a 50-page industry report and turn it into a 10-minute podcast that you can listen to on your commute. or transform a boring training manual into something that your team might actually enjoy listening to. Like, who knew AI could make compliance training sound interesting? And get this, you can actually interrupt the AI host mid-conversation and ask them questions in real time. They'll pause, answer your question, and then jump back into the convo like nothing happened. And before you hit generate, you can customize everything. Pick your format, deep dive or brief overview. Choose the language, the length, even tell it to focus on something specific, like only talk about the financial impact. Pretty nuts, right? Here's a real story. I uploaded 50 episodes of a competitor's podcast, generated an audio overview, and I asked, what topics haven't they covered yet that I could own? 12 minutes later, I had a full list of fresh content ideas. That's not just efficiency, that's an unfair advantage. Now, let's move on to another update that's just as wild. Instant study guides, quizzes, and flashcards. This dropped in September 2025, and if you train employees or you're constantly learning new stuff, this is a lifesaver. You can upload SOPs, training docs, or even recorded webinars, and NotebookLM will automatically build structured study guides, quizzes, and flashcards from them. So if you just hired a new VA, you don't have to spend 3 hours walking them through how to use your CRM. You upload your docs, hit generate, and boom, they can learn on their own. Your training's consistent, your time's saved, and you don't have to repeat yourself ever again. That's what I call delegation. Feature number 4, Smart Chat with citations. And honestly, this one's my favorite. Think of it like ChatGPT, but trained only on your business. You upload your meeting notes, product docs, support tickets, whatever, and then ask it questions like, what were the top customer complaints last month? Or summarize the key action items from last quarter's meeting. And here's the genius part. Every single answer comes with citations linked straight back to your original documents. So you can click verify and know it's not pulling info out of thin air. No guessing, no hallucinations, just facts. But this next part is where it gets next level. Using that new custom goals feature, you can tell NotebookLM exactly how to think. Like, you're my lead marketing strategist. Be direct and focus on real strategies. Or, you're my research advisor. Challenge every assumption. You can literally have one notebook act as your CFO, another as your marketing director, another as your operations manager. It's wild how specific you can get. Like, you've built your own personal AI leadership team. Okay, finally, feature number 5, automated report generation. And this is where NotebookLM turns into your speed writing machine. It can crank out briefing docs, FAQs, timelines, blog posts, even mind maps in minutes. Let's say you upload 20 customer interviews. You can have it instantly generate a briefing doc summarizing the main themes, an FAQ answering the top questions, and a blog post that hits those exact pain points. The whole process? Maybe 10 minutes instead of 6 hours? That's not just productive. Again, that's unfairly efficient. All right, let's get into the part that actually matters. How to use all of this AI magic in the real world. I'm going to show you 3 plug-and-play workflows that you can steal right now. These are exact systems that I use for clients and inside my own business. And yeah, they work. First up, competitive intelligence automation. This one's a massive time saver. Normally, competitor research takes, 10 hours of scrolling through websites, watching videos, pretending to take notes while you're secretly checking your email? Yeah, I've been there. Here's the easiest way. First, open NotebookLM and create a new notebook called something like Competitor Research November 2025. Second, upload everything you can find about your competitors, their websites, pricing pages, about pages, blog posts, YouTube videos, or podcasts even. NotebookLM will auto-transcribe all of the audio and video for you. You can even throw in social media captions or drop in an industry report that mentions them. Once it's all in there, start asking questions like, what messages do they use to overcome objections? What features are they emphasizing that we're not? What content topics could I cover to stand out? And then here's the fun part. Generate an audio overview and listen to it while you're driving, walking, or doing the dishes. You can even create a briefing doc to share with your team afterward. The result? You've got a complete competitive breakdown without losing an entire weekend to doom scrolling and fake productivity. Next up, a case study creation on autopilot. If you've ever tried to write a case study, you know how painful it is. It's like trying to write your own resume without sounding like you're bragging. Awkward, tedious, painful. But NotebookLM makes it stupid easy. Here's how. Create a notebook for each client project and just throw everything in there. I mean, emails, project notes, deliverables, screenshots of testimonials, before and after results, even those messy voice notes you'd again swore you'd organize someday. Seriously, the messier, the better. Then hit Generate Audio Overview. NotebookLM will create a natural story-style conversation about the client's transformation, how things started, what changed, and where they ended up. It even picks up emotional beats like, they were frustrated with X, but after Y, everything changed. From there, you can transcribe that audio using tools like Otter AI or Whisper, clean it up a bit, and boom, you've got a ready-to-publish case study. And if you want to take it to the next level, use that same audio as the voiceover for a video testimonial. It sounds totally natural, just like two real people talking. Now, my favorite, the content repurposing machine. If you're sitting on 6 months of content and have no clue what to do with it, this one is pure gold. Create a notebook called Content Library, then upload everything, your blog posts, podcast episodes, YouTube videos, emails, customer stories, all of it. Once that's in, start asking NotebookLM questions like, give me 10 new social post ideas from this content, or create an email sequence introducing these topics to beginners, or generate a blog post outline that combines insights from my top 3 performing videos on YouTube. And if you want to get fancy, hit Generate Audio Overview and tell it to make a 5-minute summary perfect for a LinkedIn video voiceover. And just like that, all of your old content becomes fresh content. No blank pages, no burnout, just repurposed brilliance. These 3 workflows alone will save you dozens of hours every month. And once you start using NotebookLM like this, you'll catch yourself thinking, wait, why was I ever doing this manually? Because honestly, once this becomes a part of your workflow, there's no going back. All right, let me be real with you about NotebookLM. This tool does a lot of things insanely well, but it's not magic. What it is, though, is one of the most practical, easy-to-use AI tools that I've seen for real business owners. It takes all of that overwhelming info, the endless notes, reports, ideas, client docs, and it turns it into something that you can actually use. It builds summaries that make sense, it helps you find answers fast, and it saves you from that "I'll organize this later" black hole that we all fall into. And the best part, you don't have to be a tech person to use it. If you can drag a file and type a question, you're good. Seriously, that's it. Plus, again, everything stays private. Your data never trains the model, which is huge if you're working with clients or anything even slightly sensitive. Now, real talk. Here's what it doesn't do yet. It's not going to spit out perfectly ready to publish content. It will give you strong first drafts, but you'll still want to add your voice, your flavor, your creativity. It's not here to replace your strategy, it's here to amplify it. Think of it like an assistant that handles the heavy lifting so you can focus on the fun, high-level stuff. And if you're wondering, no, it doesn't automatically sync with Google Docs yet. When things change, you'll still have to manually refresh your sources. Oh, and one more thing. The free version does have limits. You get 50 chat queries and 3 audio generations per day. But honestly, that's plenty to test it out and see how powerful this thing really is. Now, here's my honest take. For $0, literally free, or $20 a month if you grab the Plus version with Google AI Premium, NotebookLM delivers more real business value than half of those fancy $200 a month AI tools that promise the world and deliver a headache. It's not perfect, but for solopreneurs, small business owners, or even busy managers, this thing is easily one of the most underrated AI tools out there right now. So here's my final thought, and I mean this. Your competitors, they're either already using this or they will be soon. The only question is, are you going to be the one ahead of the curve or the one playing catch up 6 months from now, wondering why everyone else is moving faster? It's your call. All right, really, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me what's one business task you're drowning in right now that NotebookLM could help you automate. Is it customer research, competitor analysis, maybe training materials for your team? Let me know because I actually read all the comments and I use your feedback to make new tutorials that hit exactly what you need. And hey, If you want more of these practical real-world AI tutorials, no fluff, no tech jargon, just simple systems that you can copy and start using right away, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I've got a full series coming that will walk you through step-by-step building your own AI-powered business. And by the way, if you want to actually go deeper and actually get hands-on help setting this stuff up, come join my school community. That's where I drop all of my templates and personally guide members through these automations live every week. This way, you're not just watching me do it, you're doing it with me. We've got an awesome group of business owners already building these systems together. You'll find the link again down in the description below. All right, guys, that's it for today. Thanks again for hanging out with me. Now, go to NotebookLM.google.com, create your first notebook, and start getting hours of your life back. You got this. Oh, and I'll see you over there in the next video.